I've been talking to Luke Hawks here about Wildcat Sports, his wrestling promotion in Louisiana. And my first question was actually going to be, status update, what's going on with Wildcat Sports. Anything you can tell us that you want to promote, just keep things active. I know you have some stuff on TV locally. My 54 WUPL local, and then people can watch online on demand.
We're out of that My 54 deal right now. Okay. I let go of that deal because we didn't have content during COVID. Mm-hmm. So we burned through our content. COVID started in March of 2020. And, a weekly 1 hour television show is a lot to keep up with. So by our contract renewed in September, and I think by like July, we were running reruns. So many, just all reruns, because we just said no, we had no footage we'd already burned through all our footage from live events. So I gave up the television deal. But what I did do was, since I didn't put footage out on YouTube prior to this, really, because of the television deal. Mm-hmm. So what I did was, since we let go of that, I just started uploading all our older footage. So every week on YouTube, we add a new match on our Wildcats page. And sometimes I think we air whole shows as well. But excuse me, I was shoveling food down my mouth, as you know. So if the listeners out there wonder why I'm struggling over here, it's because I'm still swallowing eggs and orange juice. Yeah. But yeah, so we definitely add a lot of footage every week, to a lot of content to our YouTube page, and we're trying to just add more and more, especially the previous years, all the early footage. So you'll see, some things will be a lot older. We've been around at 10, June made 10 years.
Okay.
So yeah, so we just made 10 years. So we're going to add like the really old stuff as well. But, but I don't want to overload it. I try and put at least one match up a week. Sometimes we do 2 matches a week, and just trying to get out good content and good free wrestling footage to our fans and help build our market even more, and, worldwide.
Mm-hmm. And, I'm sure people are aware, if they know you guys are based around Louisiana, New Orleans. Hurricane Ida just hit. I know stuff's been opening back up, but then you're also having some problems. I know, like, trash collection just made the news.
Yeah.
What's going on from your perspective?
So we're kind of just on a hold right now. Some of my guys' houses got damaged. My house got damaged. And look, I got my ass kicked. I'm not going to lie. I'm still getting my ass kicked. At least my home's livable, though. I'm here. I'm in it. I have some mold damage. I have roof damage, siding damage. There's a lot to it, and we were out of power. Our house itself was out of power for a week straight. So, of course, the humidity and all that stuff, that adds to it and helps with the mold, and just, it's a pain in the ass, man. So we've just been getting our ass kicked right now. And, but I don't dwell on it, because I know so many people who have lost everything. I mean, I know people who were like packed, in 1 or 2 bedroom places with 2 or 3 families living there with kids, because they lost their apartments, or, their roof got torn off. So that they have to have, all the, not only just the inspections, but the work done. And work around here is really, really, really hard to come by, because they just don't have the manpower. They didn't have the manpower before the storm. It took 5 months for me to get my roof worked on prior to the storm, and now I need probably a whole new roof again. But that's so I got to go through this process of finding roofers, and and everybody's way behind. So right now, as far as Wildcat goes and shows go, I think everything's just kind of on a temporary hold, because our community needs help in other places. So we're out just trying to come together and help our guys and help our community as much as possible, because nobody's in a position right now to really, unfortunately, enjoy themselves. So I don't know how long it'll be before we're back up and running. What sucks is we just came back from COVID. I mean, we just had our comeback show July. Man, when was it? July 29th or July 30th, I think it was.
31st?
Maybe the 31st. We just had our first show back since COVID, though. And we did all right. We had about 650 ticket sales, but we only had about 400 actual people show up. And I think that was due to the fact of the week of the show, we had a invoke a mask mandate, you know, which people weren't really happy about. A lot, you know, people, sometimes there's a lot of people who are one way or the other. They either love masks or they hate them, you know, and the guys who hate them just aren't going to wear them no matter what. And the ones who don't mind wearing them will wear them. But I know when we announced the mask mandate, a lot of people said, look, if we got to wear masks to come watch it, we're not coming. And they're like, you can keep our tickets, but we're just not going to come to our show, you know, you keep the money. And then, but it was also an outbreak around that time too. So I think a lot of people were sick or scared of getting sick. So there was a good amount of people who didn't show up. And that's not, it didn't sit right with me because we're in it to make money. And I want to make money, right? We want to make a profit. We have to make a profit that make things keep going and keep going and keep going. But Wildcat and its community and its fans are extremely important to me. So I really want them to feel that they get their money's worth and that they're there and they're in attendance. And I like to see, who doesn't like to see that whole crowd packed in nice and tight and, you know, heavy and loud like they always are. So we had our first show back, and then, you know, Ida hit a couple weeks later, and here we are again, stuck out with no answers. We just gotta, again, we gotta get out and we gotta help each other, and we gotta build it, not only for ourselves personally, but build our community, because that's what's important here. And then we can talk about getting things back up and running again. Is there any direct way that people can help, whether it's like your community or the, you know, the guys? Man, I appreciate that. And I know where you're going. Like, man, even me, I have a good job, but I'll be honest, man, I'm getting my ass kicked financially. And a lot of my guys are too, but I'm just not that guy who sets up a GoFundMe or does any of that, because, you know, to me, I'm a healthy young man. I can work, and I don't think it's other people's responsibility to take care of me. So, I mean, I've had several guys reach out, wrestlers and actors and friends, just say, hey, send me a GoFundMe, send me a PayPal, send me something. And I was just like, I can't in goodwill. I've never done that. You know, no matter what, I can't ask for donations. I can't ask for anything. And I know there's a lot of companies out there that, you know, pretend to be, and I'm not saying wrestling companies, I'm saying like fundraisers that, you know, really take advantage of those situations. So only my best suggestion is, if you know somebody personally in this area that you can personally help, whether it be giving them a hand, going out, ripping out sheetrock out their house, or helping them physically with damages that need to be recovered from, or if you want to help them financially, you know, send it to them personally, because there are a lot of people here that need help. It's going to be a long, long time before we're back up and running fully. And I'm not saying Wildcat, I'm saying the city as a whole. Yeah. The damage was probably worse than Katrina. The flooding wasn't, but the wind and storm damage, I mean, wiped out hundreds of thousands of homes. I mean, if you go up and down my streets, and I live like in an area that wasn't affected that bad, right? Like, and by that bad, I mean, it didn't come in and level all our houses. Roofs are missing, whole roofs, trees on top of houses, things of that nature. Like, you just see, you know, a decent middle-class neighborhood that's looks like the slums because it's so damaged. And, you know, I can't imagine what some of these, you know, neighborhoods that live in real bad poverty, like the way I grew up, those I've driven through some of those, and some of those are just wiped out. And I'm going, where did these families go? Where did these people go? It's heartbreaking, because I know, not only from people that I'm related to, but friends and people I grew up with and went to school with, I know so many people struggling. It's hard. It's hard to see. It's hard to watch. And it's honestly, it's hard to talk about. So I'm sorry if I'm boring anybody at home with this and we're not talking wrestling. It's personal. And things are screwed up right now, really bad here.
No, I think it's important. That's why I asked, because if you look at it, the news cycle kind of moves on. So if you don't know anybody directly there, it's like, oh, maybe things are looking up, but they're not. Like, they're still really bad. So that, that's why I figured I'd ask,
Yeah.
at least to get some perspective on it.
If they want to support us, the best thing I can do is tell them to, head over to our website, Wildcat Sports, and just buy a shirt. I'm going to add some more shirts. When is this airing? Is this airing immediately after?
No, it'll be Friday.
Friday. Okay. So good. I'll have the website updated by then. I'll have some shirts on there. If you want to, go and purchase a Wildcat Sports shirt, and just, that way, that's the best way to support us. It helps us keep some money coming in, and I'm not asking for anything. I'm not asking for a donation. I'm not asking for any of that stuff. It just, you get some merch, you get to rep our brand, and it, those sales go towards our school, obviously. So yeah, if you want to help us in any kind of way, the best thing we can do right now is sell merch. I always feel crazy and really funny about, taking any donations or anything. I just can't do that. And that's been me since I was a kid, man. I grew up the rough way, and I'm used to roughing it. So when things get tough, I'm not one of those guys that easily asks for help. So yeah, but the best thing I can say is, please, if you just support us, support us, buy a t-shirt, buy tickets to the show when we run live events. That's really important to us.
Heels is a success. Wrestling fans are enjoying the show this week. Actually kind of worked out where there was no episode 7. It's coming out this Sunday. There's some fun exchanges. I got to see the show in advance. We might even see you in a few scenes, if that's not being too forward.
No, it is. We could say it. I mean, I'm not going to give it away, but yeah,
I think you posted a teaser of some ring gear, so it's not a spoiler. You will make a cameo.
My on-screen debate. Yeah. So I'm thankful, really thankful, and really excited that, it's my first reoccurring acting role in a television series. And obviously I've been in several movies and television shows, but this is my first reoccurring role where I'm throughout the series. And my character is named The Hole. He comes in episode 7. Heels is a great show. We're giving away the first 3 episodes for free on our Heels YouTube. You can check it out, or you can head over to any of the Heels social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you can find links to watch the first 3 episodes for free. And Starz, man, if you want to binge watch the show, Starz has a great deal. It's, I think, $10 for 2 months or $20 for 4 months or 6 months on Facebook. They got some ads running on social media. I mean, you can binge watch right there. So $10-$20, you get Starz for 6 months. There you go. You can't beat that. And you can catch up with all the episodes. And I'm really impressed because I watched the first 2 episodes. You got them early. You got a screener. A lot of media got screeners, and they sent us ours. But I only watched the first 2 episodes, and I didn't want to get further than that. I didn't want to see my work. I didn't want to see any of that until it actually came out, and I wanted to enjoy it with my people. So I didn't go binge watch anything early. But I want to tell you, every week I get so excited, and every week I think the cast, the directors, just all the production in general really outdo themselves because it gets better and better. And as you go through the series, I've seen a lot of people have a complaint that episode 6 was very slow compared to the rest of the episodes because it didn't really have any much action in it. But the whole point of that was to tell that story of tell the backstory of everything going on, how rough everything is. Like, if people often ask me how it is being a professional wrestler, how it is being in film and running my own stuff and doing all that stuff, my best answer would be, if you watch Heels, specifically pay attention to episode 6. My life in episode 6 is Jack's life, and the way he struggles and how his family struggles and how his wife struggles. Me and my fiance were watching it, and, she didn't watch it early. She wanted to watch it at the same time as it comes out on television. So we were sitting there watching episode 6, and she really likes every episode. But she started bawling, crying during episode 6. And she's like, this is our life. And she's not a wrestling fan. Like, she has nothing to do with wrestling. This is just, she's my fiance, and she's around wrestling because of me, but she doesn't relate to it. She doesn't watch it. She doesn't, she comes to our events and she works them. So she doesn't really pay attention to what's going on. She works them because of me. But she's like, this is our life. And she's really started breaking down crying because she related to it so much. And it's like, you're always gone and you're always busy and you're struggling to find time to spend with me or the kids or your friends. And everybody thinks I have this glamorous, wild life of just living on the road and traveling and, living the Hollywood lifestyle. And no, it's cool. Like, I get to do some really cool things, but I don't have a personal life. I really don't have a personal life. It's hard to just schedule a dinner with my friends or, but that's part of the territory. If you want this, look at The Rock. I'm nowhere near The Rock's level, but can you imagine how much The Rock goes through? He has zero life. And I've worked with him. I've never seen somebody, I've been around everybody. And I mean everybody. Stallone, Schwarzenegger, you name them, a top actor, I've been around. And I've worked with him directly. And when I worked with Rock, who I've known forever, I'm not friends with him, but we know each other and we're cool. And he's always been really great to me. But when I worked with him on Fast and Furious 8, I never seen somebody so damn busy. Every time, he didn't have time to breathe. Every time he stopped from a scene, he had 10 people in his face. Sign this, eat this, do this. We need you to do this. We need you to do that. And it was nonstop every day. And he would just do it with a smile on his face and keep rolling. And I'm going, Jesus Christ, how does this guy just roll? How does he, you have to be a special man, because he just wouldn't let anything get on his nerves. Even when times were tough, he'd just and then smile and keep working. And I'm going, God damn, that's an impossible task. So my hat's off to Rock, man. I know I went off on a little tangent there, but I just got to tell you, I'm really proud of our work on Heels. I'm really thankful for it. And I look forward to episode 7 and 8 coming out.
So really quick, I actually really enjoyed episode 6. A few things stood out. I appreciate, the personal connection, but one of the things I really liked was James Harrison had a really great monologue in the episode about, his past life, being a better version of himself. And I won't spoil it too much for people that haven't watched yet, but it's really, really, worth checking out. Mick Foley's in the episode. So,
yes,
there's a lot to take away from that, but you kind of just answered my next question already. I was going to ask if Duffy or FWD, Florida Wrestling Dystopia, is like anywhere you've worked, but it sounds more like you lived it already.
Yeah, I definitely lived it. And see, that's part of my job on Heels, is to bring the authenticity to it. So I'll oversee the scripts, and anything that I think my job there is just to make the people at home relate to what we do. Mm-hmm. And it's greatly written by Michael Waldron, and Mike O'Malley's our showrunner, who also wrote some of it. And these guys, and it's directed by Peter Siegel. And they did such a good job of bringing that out on camera and getting people to really feel for each character, because it's a pretty decent sized cast, but they did a good job of having, no matter who you are, you should relate to at least one of these characters in the show. You don't have to be a wrestler. Doesn't matter if you're a house mom or, 9-to-5 blue collar worker. It doesn't matter what you do. You can definitely relate to one or two of these characters on the show, and then some of the things they go to, some of the things they go through.
Yeah. And, we're talking about episode 7 coming up this weekend.
Woo! Excited.
You're excited because you get to be on screen. It's a really fun episode. You get to see a little bit more of FWD. Everybody, when you watch this and then watch the show, remember Crawdad. It's an acronym. It's a fun scene. Remember Crawdad. I'll have a few more short questions, but CM Punk and Stephen Amell obviously get most of the attention because of their connection to wrestling. Is there anybody on the cast that you would like single out that really, you know, not deserves more than the other, but really excelled at the in-ring training or the in-ring parts?
I think Steven and Punk get more of the attention from the wrestling side of things, not from the rest of the world, which is a lot bigger than the wrestling side, right? And the acting. The entertainment world is a lot bigger than the wrestling world. And I see the cast get a lot of love for the things they've done. And that's not a knock on wrestling. I'm just saying, you know, it's two different worlds because, you know, wrestling fans obviously pay attention to the wrestling stuff, but almost everybody pays attention to everything in entertainment, right? If it's on the entertainment thing, it just really opens up those doors to a lot bigger doors. And there were so many talented. I mean, James Harrison was a beast, right? James Harrison, a lot of times you didn't even have to teach him something. He would pick it up just by watching you. Rooster, Alan Maldonado, phenomenal athlete, extremely hard worker, natural in the ring, pick things up very quick and love doing it, very athletic. Xander, I mean, Xander is a stud, dude. That dude, and see, here's the thing: this is why I give Xander a lot of credit, along with Steven. But Xander and Steven had the busiest schedules on the show because, you know, they're the two leads. There's actually several leads on the show. Like the top 5 cast are like all very, very, very well-known heavy hitters, right? Allison Luff is phenomenal. She comes from Broadway and she is just a killer. She plays Steven's wife on the show. Man, she is just a killer in these scenes, and she knows how to bring it. You know, no matter what emotion she's trying to draw out of you, she draws it. Kelly is who plays Crystal, another one. Just look at the things she's done. Look at how far her character's come in the first 6 episodes, right? Wait till 7 and 8. But Xander was so busy because he has to act in so much of it, and he has to prep, and we didn't have much time to teach him things. So he would come in guns blazing every time he came in there, and he just killed himself. Like, he wanted to do it. He wanted to do as much as possible, and he wanted to try and find a time, which was almost impossible for him because he had so much going on. So I really, really want to thank those guys and give kudos to where it's due, because they not only had to learn to wrestle for those parts, but they also had to remember all their dialogue and do all their promotion and do, you know, photo shoots and table reads and this and that, and then have their, you know, they got families. So then they'd have to go home to their families and they have to do whatever there. So I just think everybody, it was a very, very, very well casted show. I think everybody there hits a home run. There's nobody there that really falls behind. And how great is the Wild Bill character?
Hands down, one of the craziest characters I've seen in some time. Chris Bauer, I mean,
phenomenal.
He comes in with, you know, the resume he does. People are like, oh yeah, The Wire and True Blood, and unlike anything
he's ever done.
Yeah. And then, you know, Mike O'Malley too, like he comes and think about it, like all the people that you named before them, and then these two guys are like, you know, they're supporting characters. Like it really is such a good, well-rounded cast.
Melly McCormick.
Mm-hmm.
Mary, I can't even speak. Sorry, Mary. I mean, headliner after headliner after headliner. It's all in the same bowl, bro. This is like a big bowl of gumbo.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. It's good like a bowl of gumbo.
Yeah. Heels airs. Episode 7's back this week on Stars. Episode 8 you can check out. Hopefully,
it's next Sunday. So yeah, we had a 1-week hiatus, and the reason they did that is they're giving away these first 3 episodes for free. You know, they do want to draw more interest and get more people to subscribe to Stars, because that's the only thing with the show is Scars. I am not speaking well today. Stars is a paid subscription network. You know, it's a premium channel. So it's not basic cable and it's not, you know, free. So a lot of people don't have it. So they want to encourage people to head over to Stars and at least get one of the package deals they have. Like I explained earlier, the 2 months for $10 or the 6 months for $10, I think it is. You can't for $20. You can't beat those. Even if you have so much more that comes with it than just heels, right? You have everything Stars. If you get the app, you can watch everything all the time on the app. You can just scroll to it, and if you just have the Stars channel, you got to wait till Sunday night or wait till Stars plays on the channel. But spend the $10, get it for 2 months, download the app and binge watch the show, and then watch everything else. Watch Power, watch, anything Stars has to offer. But head over to Stars, subscribe, and check out the show because it's really, really well done. And we really want to do a season 2 because it's good.
Yeah. I know 2 other shows that are on there, American Gods and Outlander. All you can do is check out the show, support it, directly. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that there's a season 2. I won't say how it ends. There's room for a season 2. Put it that way. It's a wrestling show, so that there's no off season.
It's looking good. Our reviews are fantastic. All the reviews we're in the A+ region. The critics love the show. People love the show. We just want to make sure that we do the numbers that we need to do, and we want to put big numbers up because the show should be watched. The only real other bad thing I think about it is, and it's not even bad about the show, it's just the misconception that you have to be a wrestling fan to watch this show. Mm-hmm. Even if you don't watch wrestling, like I mentioned earlier, you will enjoy the show because it does have something for everybody. There's drama, there's sex, there's comedy. The show is literally a roller coaster. It just goes up and down and up and down, and really draws every little bit of emotion you have in you out of you. So yeah, if you can, please check out Heel Stars. Head over to Stars app, download the app, subscribe. Like I said, get one of these subscriptions and check us out. Tell your friends about it because I want to make a season 2.
There you go. It really is like I've heard the comparison a few times, but it is very much true. It's not just a wrestling show; it's a family show. It's a family drama that just happens to feature wrestling. So there really is something there for everyone.
But when we say family, look, your kids,
like the
if you have young kids,
not that
they probably
family
should watch this show, because they got a few racy scenes in there.
The Spade family, I'll clarify, not that, but yeah, go ahead. It check it out on Stars, Wildcat Sports. If you want to check out what Luke's up to, support him that way. And check out Heels. It comes back this Sunday. Luke, thanks very much for your time. And follow me on social media, Luke Hawks 504 HAWX. And I also want to give a shout out to this week's episode of Dark Side of the Ring featuring Chris Canyon. Rest in peace, Chris, man. I love you. I miss you. And I'm thankful that we got to tell your story.